What's up and welcome back to the channel. Finally, after a couple of weeks of just some nasty weather here in Portland, Oregon, lots of rain, wind, and whatnot, it's finally calmed down a little bit. Got a couple of sun breaks. Well, maybe not sun breaks, but just no rain. And got the DJI Mini 2 up in the air, so let's go. So just had a chance to fly around the neighborhood here. Again, this is about 180 to 190 feet elevation. We are in some challenging terrain here. We're up on a hill, so you do have to watch out for the upslope. And then certainly if you can leave your comments down below, trying to figure out how to be able to fly when you're going down the hill. You know, obviously you're going to be lower than your base elevation where you take off. One of the things I like to do here is we've got a little office building about 1.5 miles away is fly over and land there. So certainly if you've got some ideas as far as how you set that so that works with your elevation, that would be great. Just looking over here, this is Northwest Flats. This is the industrial part of town. We're actually just from a sightseeing perspective, you have a lot of industrial stuff going on there, though there's definitely some changes as far as buildings getting converted. This is looking over towards the Willamette Heights neighborhood. We're actually over in Kings Heights. But anyway, looking towards Forest Park direction towards the west. Was also just had some fun here with the camera, was able to set the gimbal and point straight down with the DJI Mini 2 and be able to, just follow the road and just take kind of a general look around the neighborhood. This is kind of fun. Do have a house under construction here. They actually demoed this thing completely, and it's now being rebuilt from the ground up. Yeah, again, lots of just tall cedar trees, Doug firs. So really just kind of nice. You can obviously see the product here of all the rain that allows a lot of this green growth. But you can definitely tell the road's still wet here. Yeah, a lot of the houses here, these are they face a little more towards the north. So it's a little darker in here, just a lot of shade and stuff. It's nice in the summer, but here in the winter, it can definitely be kind of dark. Heading over a place there's an Airbnb there that you see. A lot of folks here renting out spare bedrooms, things like that. So you're starting to see some of that. The other thing that's interesting too, just from flying around here, hadn't realized that, is the number of places here with flat roofs, like that place that we just see here on the left of the screen, out of view now. Which just seems kind of odd here in Oregon, because a flat roof is definitely not a great thing to have. We actually have a small section of flat roof at our office building, and it's constantly something we're having to battle as far as patching, things like that. You get a lot of leaves, needles, things like that that land, and eventually they end up creating holes. Here on the right, you can see a house that one actually just sold about a year ago and just got fixed up, complete gut inside. They got a pretty good deal on that, and did talk to the builder, though. They spent a lot of time on that place and not making a lot of money. Yeah, just cruising through here. If you've seen some of the other videos I've got on the DJI Mini 2, learning to fly it, you might recognize some of this. This was all covered by snow just a little more than a month ago, so pretty nuts here. Definitely getting some a little more spring-like weather. Temperatures, up in even the mid-50s or so. But anyhow, a lot of just good places to run around here. Have not ventured out over the park too much itself. We have a 26-mile trail, the Wildwood Trail, that you can run on. Actually here, just checking out, you can see just the byproduct of all of the foliage that a lot of these roofs have got. A lot of needles and leaves and trees and things like, or rather, little branches and things. So It's a constant thing you got to do here is keeping these roofs clean. But anyhow, yeah, just taking a look here, that place under construction. They're actually having some steel beams delivered there today, so that little intersection is getting kind of blocked off. So they left some notices in the mailboxes letting people know that stuff's going to get kind of jammed up. Yeah, just cruising around here. This is actually taking a look at downtown. We're flying here a little more to the east, again, clearing those trees, tallest ones at about 150 feet or so. And you can just see downtown, some of the new construction there, and then just panning over, there's Montgomery Park, converted building. It used to be the Montgomery Ward's building, and then it got bought out by the NATO company years and years ago and was converted to an office building. And then just panning over here again, over Forest Park, Willamette Heights. Again, I'm just being pretty cognizant here as I'm flying, just from a battery power perspective, because even if we did a return to home, we'd have to be pretty careful, just a lot of power lines, things like that. And I do know just from looking at some of the other videos that folks have put out on the DJI Mini 2, that your return to home feature is really nice, but it's also going to sometimes be off by 2, 3, 4, 5 meters. And if I was doing that here and landing, I would be landing either in some hedges, a tree, or some power lines. So just trying to be pretty careful here and pretty cognizant not to get the battery under 30%. You can see Pittock Mansion up here, up in towards the center of the screen. That's actually a great place apparently to fly. If you Google places to fly in Portland with your drone, that is actually listed up there. That is roughly, I'd say about almost 1,200 feet or so elevation. But there's some grounds there where you can fly. Anyway, taking a look here again, just cruising through towards downtown, and then just flipping back over just around the neighborhood. You actually see a reasonable number of swimming pools like you see there, which is kind of odd considering Portland is not, we've got nice summers here, but swimming pools, you don't get that much use out of them. You can see Montgomery Park there, that monolith building in the center, and just cruising around here, learning just kind of the camera manipulation and what ends up working pretty well just from a panning, zooming perspective. So yeah, just having some fun here. You can see here some of the just the older style houses. A lot of these built early 1900s, but then still mixed. You can spot some modern construction in here too. Again, relatively cloudy day, but again, there was no chance of rain or moisture. Humidity level actually was not that bad, so not super concerned with the electronics in the DJI Mini 2. Yeah, heading back over here towards Forest Park. I'm going to try to, one of the flights coming up here, head over there and just take a look and see what that looks like from a top-down perspective. Yeah, here on a clear day, actually you can see the Willamette River. There's a couple of ships that are docked there that are getting worked on. You can actually see out to the Columbia River there too, which flows all the way out into the Pacific Ocean. Another shot here, just cruising through downtown. You can see some of these high rises, U.S. Bank building. Not sure if that's still the tallest building in Portland, but definitely a lot of other construction. So just cruising through here, again, more flat roofs. Just pretty surprised here. Again, it's funny because even being in the neighborhood here for some time and running through here all the time, just not noticing some of that. So that's actually definitely one of the nice things about flying the drone around here, is just having just a different viewpoint on what you can see and how you see it, and just kind of changing your perception a little bit. It certainly will change the way I look at stuff as I'm running through here. knowing what I've seen here just from up above at 180 feet or so. Yeah, just heading back through here. There you can see that house under construction. Not a lot of happening there right now. A lot of hit and miss as far as getting people, I think, to show up. Certainly a lot of construction going on here, but not. Sometimes it seems like it's hard to get folks to show up on a consistent basis. Yeah, just heading out here. This is kind of the beginning of the park, and then just kind of just cruising along. Did have a chance also later in the evening to get out here. This is actually kind of fun. Um, it's a little darker here than it actually seemed when I was flying. I actually was able to see the drone and be in visual contact. So just kind of neat just to see this from a little bit different perspective. It's getting dark, yeah, and just seeing some of the skylights and stuff like that. Kind of interesting, just with the light coming out. Not a lot of street lights here, so a little surprising there. And yeah, there's a house. That one has been that one's undergoing an extensive remodel there. The one that we're passing there on the right side of the screen. You can definitely tell. Just not a lot of people out and about here. Really nobody. So again, just a nice early evening to fly. Here we can go back to the daylight. Again, a nice day to fly. Not a lot of activity here, so thanks for joining me for the flight here this afternoon. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.